Bueno, what it means to live like an alchemist. It could mean a lot because the alchemy it has a lot of dimensions. For example, the knowledge, the wisdom. You can learn how to live a life of wisdom when you understand the friction between the inner world and the outer world. The friction, right? How the outer impact the internal and the effort to change the pain. That's friction. And the friction is knowledge. If you want to live in a in a wisdom way, search friction in your life. Poof, you're going to learn a lot. And then you're going to notice something. Like the things you learn in one dimension has a correspondence with other dimension, right? And that's a principle of alchemy, la ley de correspondencia, el principio de correspondencia. The, right? It's a law, like gravitation, gravity, sorry. And you start like understand the world, and you're going to get that principles. You're going to get it, being conscious of your experience. You have to. Everything starts with attention. Okay, and that's one dimension of alchemy, right? The wisdom, right? But that's half, or a third at least. The other is healing. You become a healer because all that friction that you start working on it, it's to live better. It's not to live worse, right? So you start healing yourself, and you are going to notice that whatever aspect or dimension of yourself you solved and you heal, then you can do the same for others. And that's a very powerful thing, right? Because you're going to get starting to look as a very special person because you can make feel better to others, right? And the third dimension that I love most is it's to manifest something, to create something. The power of manifestation that I believe is so bad explore how to do it. But how I see it is that, for example, with my office, that is very, I don't know how to say it, like it needs some work, right? If I put the work, as I will, if I put the work, I don't know the result, right? I don't have, maybe I have an image of how it's the best. Yeah, yeah, I have an image, right? And that image conduces me, that image guides me, right? That's why important to have an image, right? Like a desired reality. It's not necessary because your thought is going to create it by yourself alone, right? Maybe it has some impact in that way, but at least for me, the thing is that if you have an image of your future, of your desired future, you're going to make a contrast of your on your decisions, right? On what you accept and where you're not, and you're going to have a feeling about your future, and then you're going to compare it to the feeling that taking some kind of decision or accept something or reject other things makes you feel, and you compare those feelings and you choose the feeling that it's near than your desired future, and it's like you're going it's a concatenation of things, and you're it's going to concave to that point or the nearest way, right? So that's why it's important to have a vision, right? Bad action creates value. That's important. Or destroy value, right? If you take good decisions, you're going to start to create value all the time. Like you speak, you create value. You order things in your house, you create value. A friend calls you for business, you have this idea of how to approach, boom, you create value. And you start to create value every time. That's what I think it's alchemy, right? Alchemy is not to change things in gold because it's a picture, una caricatura, right? Um, the real thing behind that is creation of value. So you can create value. You have a desired future, an image, which you start to compare of the decisions, and you have this ability to create value, and that value is going to take the form of it because you're manipulating substance, relations, right? Important thing, you have a vision, you take decisions or accept or reject things which open and closes doors. The concatenation of things when you put action which creates value or destroy it if you are unconscious, but you create value, that substance is going to take the curve, the the image is going to concrete in that way, in some kind of your possibilities, right? It's going to change that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create value with an image. That's it.